So the latest and actually great news for once is that according to a leaked Supreme Court document, apparently there is a chance that the Supreme Court could be about to overturn Roe versus Wade. Welcome back to the channel. This is Anna's Thoughts and Musical Parodies, and I am Anna, your hostess. Thank you so much for being here today. On theme with today's topic, I'd like to feature both of my pro-life designs. These were made with the intention of allowing you to express your pro-life convictions on a t-shirt, tote bag, coffee mug, etc. You can find these and all of my other designs in the merch store through the website linked in the description. Thank you so much, and now let's get all the way into the video. According to Politico, Supreme Court has voted to overturn abortion rights, draft opinion shows. Newsmax, High Court draft suggests Roe v. Wade is on verge of being struck down. This would be incredible news for me and many other like-minded people. It's something I pretty much dreamed about since I was like 18 or maybe younger. So we will see what happens. But in the meantime, I thought it would be a good time to have a little history lesson on what exactly Roe versus Wade was and how it originated, and just the ways that abortion has been practiced throughout the years until today. And really how modern day abortion practices of today really haven't changed much since the ancient times when people were sacrificing their children to their pagan gods and goddesses. According to Encyclopedia Britannica, Roe v. Wade was a legal case in which the U.S. Supreme Court on January 22, 1973, ruled that unduly restrictive state regulation of abortion is unconstitutional. The court held that a set of Texas statutes criminalizing abortion in most instances violated a woman's constitutional right of privacy, which it found to be implicit in the liberty guarantee of the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment. The right of privacy is a legal concept in both the law of torts and U.S. constitutional law, which was described as the right to be let alone. But it's interesting to me that the 14th Amendment was used as a way to justify legalizing abortion because it granted citizenship and equal civil and legal rights to African Americans and slaves who had been emancipated after the American Civil War. So what does that have to do with abortion? I don't know. This so-called Reconstruction Amendment prohibited the states from depriving any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. I guess they forgot about the life part there. But now that we've got a basic handle on that, let's get into some facts about the pagan origins of abortion versus what's going on with it these days.
Going to be interviewing Bill Federer today. He's a nationally known speaker, a best-selling author, a president of Amerisearch Incorporated, a publishing company that's dedicated to researching America's noble heritage. Bill's American Minute radio feature is broadcast daily across America and by the internet. His Faith and History television airs on the TCT network, on stations across America through DirecTV.
And so what was the pagan things going on? Well, human sacrifice and sacrifice of infants. And they would have a practice called exposure. So it's their version of abortion. The mother would bear a child and then lay it at the father's feet. If he picked it up and liked it and thought they could afford it and it looked healthy, they kept it. If he did not pick it up, the mother had to put the baby in a basket and set it outside the door and expose it to the elements and let it die.
When we talk about third trimester abortions, these are done with the consent of obviously the mother, with the consent of the physicians, more than one physician, by the way. And it's done in cases where there may be severe deformities, there may be a fetus that's non-viable. So in this particular example, if a mother is in labor, I can tell you exactly what would happen. The infant would be delivered. The infant would be kept comfortable. The infant would be resuscitated if that's what the mother and the family desired. And then a discussion would ensue between the physicians and the mothers.
But it was their version of abortion. And so the early Christians speak out against this. You read their writings, it's exactly the same as pro-life people today, right? Condemning the practice of killing innocent unborn babies. The theology behind it is this out. But yeah, the Moloch, they would burn the baby, and the louder it screamed, the more they thought that it was pleasing to their pagan god Moloch.
There's a woman who's gone viral, a pro-abortion activist.
Aborted babies being burned and then used for electricity?
The real answer to that question is nobody really cares, actually. You could bake them, fillet them, fricassee them, barbecue, roast. You could broil them, pan fry them. I do not care. And let's be honest here, if we could burn those suckers for actual like lights and power, I feel like we're on to something. It
was tragic. And again, the early Christians would condemn this. But they would often have economic reasons. Well, we can't afford it, but it was convenience. So the Romans had a low value of human life.
Welcome to Her Smart Choice. What if you're looking at a home pregnancy test that reads positive? You're likely wondering, what do I do now? Especially if it's an unplanned pregnancy. Maybe you're not ready at the present situation or don't want any more children. Today, we're going to ask an important question. Why do women choose abortion? You can't be pregnant right now, as it's not a good time to be pregnant or parent a child, as it'll interfere with school, career, family, or your other responsibilities.
That is an interesting reason, seeing that an unborn child in a woman's womb is both her family and her responsibility.
You are not able to afford to raise a child.
There are all sorts of government programs that exist for this very reason, not to mention possible support from family members or a church, etc.
Your current situation makes it hard to be pregnant or parent a child.
Sounds like a reiteration of the last two reasons.
You have problems in the relationship with your partner, or you don't have a partner and don't want to parent a child on your own.
You can maybe end the relationship if that makes sense, or you can figure it out.
You learn the fetus has a problem, or there are birth defects.
Pretty sure this is what they call ableist bigotry.
You have health problems that make pregnancy difficult or risky.
Still not a good reason to kill your own child, in my humble opinion.
The pregnancy is the result of a sexual assault.
That is very unfortunate, but also a rare reason for an abortion, according to statistics that I have seen and heard. But still, two wrongs do not make a right, and it would only add to the pain.
Your life, your decision, your smart choice.
A new child's life, not your decision. Not a smart choice to have an abortion. These have been my thoughts. As always, let me know yours in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you again so much for being here today. Since you liked the video enough to make it all the way to the end, don't forget to click the thumbs up and share with somebody else who would also find it interesting. Leave your comments below and we'll all have a conversation. And if you really enjoyed it, check out the description for several different ways that you can support while getting some cool stuff for yourself. Have a wonderful night, afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time zone you are in.